Dementia doesn't appear overnight. Researchers suggest that long before symptoms show up, certain lifestyle patterns may influence how the brain ages. In this video, we'll explore lifestyle habits that research has linked with a higher risk of dementia. Dementia is a broad term used to describe problems with memory, thinking, and daily functioning. Let's look at some habits that researchers often discuss when talking about dementia risk. Long periods of physical inactivity. Spending most of the day sitting, whether watching TV, using a phone, or working at a desk, has been linked in studies to poorer brain health over time. Physical movement supports blood flow to the brain, which helps deliver oxygen and nutrients. A lack of regular movement may be associated with changes in brain structure and function, according to research. This doesn't mean intense exercise is required. Consistent, light activity is often highlighted as beneficial. Poor sleep habits. Sleep is when the brain performs important maintenance tasks. Researchers have found links between long-term sleep problems, such as chronic short sleep or disrupted sleep, and a higher likelihood of cognitive decline. Irregular sleep schedules, frequent late nights, and untreated sleep disorders may interfere with how the brain clears waste products, which could affect memory over time. Chronic stress that goes unmanaged. Stress is part of life, but long-lasting stress may have effects beyond mood. Studies suggest that prolonged exposure to stress hormones can affect areas of the brain involved in learning and memory. When stress remains high for years without healthy coping strategies, it may contribute to changes in brain function linked to cognitive problems later in life, social isolation, and limited mental stimulation. Humans are social beings, and the brain thrives on interaction and challenge. Research has associated social isolation and low mental engagement with a greater risk of dementia. Activities like conversation, learning new skills, reading, or playing strategy games may help keep the brain active. A lack of stimulation over long periods may reduce the brain's ability to adapt and stay resilient. Unbalanced eating patterns. Eating patterns high in heavily processed foods and low in fruits, vegetables, and whole foods have been associated with poorer cognitive outcomes in some studies. Nutrition supports brain cells, blood vessels, and inflammation control, all important for long-term brain function. Smoking and excessive alcohol use. Smoking has been linked to reduced blood flow and damage to blood vessels, including those in the brain. Similarly, long-term heavy alcohol use has been associated with memory and thinking problems. Researchers suggest that limiting or avoiding these habits may support better brain health as we age. Conclusion: dementia is complex and no single habit causes it. However, research suggests that lifestyle patterns over many years may influence brain health and cognitive aging.